Meeting will now come to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Here. Councilmember Page?
Here.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Here.
Councilmember Dolan?
Here.
6th Council District seat is vacant, and Councilmember Harder.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
Move for the approval of journal meeting of January 27, 2015.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The journal is approved. There are no bid openings this evening, so we will move to communications.
Mr. Chair, there are no tax compromises or zoning matters this evening, so I'll move to road and bridge matters. Under road and bridge matters, item number 1, 5th District.
Okay. Receive file contract in an amount not to exceed $962,020 be awarded to Pace Construction Company, lowest responsive bidder, pending federal concurrence as recommended, and a copy of this report be sent to the interested parties.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, moving on to other communications, item number 1, all districts.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Item number 2.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, same motion through item number 4, and that will be the order.
Item number 5, 6th District.
Receive, file, and the deposit agreement be approved as recommended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 6.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, and that will be the order.
Item number 7, 2nd District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 8.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion through item number 9, and that will be the order.
Item number 10, 6th District.
Receive, file, and the appointment be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
There's one add-on this evening, Mr. Chair.
Yes. How about those add-ons? Please read those add-ons.
Under zoning matters, item number 1, 4th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered. Order the county executive.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This evening, I'm pleased to announce the release of $500,000 for cleanup and beautification efforts in the Ferguson-Delwood area. These are vibrant communities that will not be defined by isolated acts of violence. This money, secured by the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, is a step in the right direction for St. Louis County. Rodney Krim, president of the Economic Development Partnership, is here, along with other key members of the partnership, to brief us on the ongoing efforts in the Ferguson and Delwood area. And I want to thank all of you for being here this evening. And Mr. Krim, if you'd like to come forward, and I'd like to have him update us.
All right, thank you, County Executive. And first, as the County Executive mentioned, we have a team with us, and I'd just like to introduce those members of the team, and if they could wave their hand, I'd appreciate it. Denny Coleman, Jackie Wellington, Erica Henderson, Katie Jamboretz, and Kevin Cahill, and Andrew Rubin. And every day, this team, along with your office, County Executive, are thinking about Ferguson and what we can do. And tonight, I will share with you what we are working on in partnership with the County Exec's office and the county's office of community empowerment. And I saw Maddie Moore and Ethel Bynum in the audience here as well. We established the Recovery STL Coalition. This collaboration with the St. Louis Regional Chamber and the state's Department of Economic Development has been very successful whenever we have gone after large economic development projects. We felt that this collaboration would also be effective to address the economic impact in the Ferguson area. Our first step was to determine what the businesses needed. Many had been closed for weeks and needed resources to stay in business. Overnight, their foot traffic disappeared. We all wanted to help. Our first initiative under this collaboration was to establish the Small Business Relief Program. This is a $1 million no-interest loan program with flexible terms that allowed businesses to stay open or quickly reopen. No payments are due right away. We know they are trying to make payroll from month to month, and many of their employees come from the surrounding neighborhoods. Our partners in this effort are the state, the regional chamber, a coalition of banks, and the partnership on behalf of St. Louis County. Approximately $600,000 has been provided to 61 businesses with zero interest loans and flexible payment terms. We continue to work with additional businesses that need financial and other assistance. When we're on the ground, and Erica Henderson, who I introduced earlier, has been on the ground every day, when she talks to the businesses, there are other needs that they have as well, and she directs them to those resources. We also partnered with the Reinvest North County Fund, sponsored by the Regional Business Council and the North County Inc. And I saw Rebecca Zoll in the audience as well, if she could raise her hand. She's been very active, again, from day one and a great partner. Approximately $450,000 has been raised, $300,000 has been given out. Of that, 60% to small businesses, and they're generally in the range of $2,500 to $5,000 each, and 40% to school districts. And we'll continue to work together to address the needs of the small businesses. We understand that there are a number of issues that need to be addressed to make vibrant communities. We're working on federal grant opportunities to attract more resources to our community. One of those is the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. It has a national disaster resilience grant competition that we are pursuing currently. In the period 2011 through 2013, a number of tornadoes touched down here and made the county eligible to participate in the Federal Resilient Communities Competition. Only 67 communities in the United States are eligible to participate in this program, and the pool is about $800 million. The grant requirements are quite complicated, and so many communities will not apply. But we have the team, and working with the state, we will apply. So if successful, this grant will help us address housing, infrastructure, economic revitalization, and environmental improvement projects in Ferguson, Wellston, and other distressed areas, and make these areas more resilient if natural disasters occur again. We are working with the state in putting this application together, and we're also gathering information that's being generated by the Ferguson Commission. Much of North St. Louis County, including Ferguson, Wellston, and Spanish Lake, are included in this grant opportunity. Recently, the partnership with St. Louis County and St. Louis City submitted an application for the HUD Promise Zone designation. The Promise Zone initiative seeks to revitalize high-poverty communities across the country by creating jobs, increasing economic activity, improving education, and reducing crime and leverage capital. If selected, and we hope that we are, then we would have easier access to federal funding programs for Ferguson, North St. Louis County, and North St. Louis City. In addition, we have established a great relationship with the Economic Development Administration. They've funded many of our incubators, the Met Center Job Training Facility, and the Helix Center Biotech Incubator. On a recent stealth trip, their federal and regional leadership indicated a desire to help with the Ferguson impacted area. We are working on opportunities for them to help. We are also working with the Met Center to expand their comprehensive approach which includes job readiness, job training, employment, and extensive performance metrics to targeted areas including Ferguson. The Met Center is considered a national model for how to get people ready and trained. They were recently in one of the Brookings Institute publications, and they've gotten national attention from foundations and other groups. These grant opportunities will take time to materialize. We, along with the county executive, felt that we needed to do something now to make the Ferguson area more attractive to draw customers back to the businesses. An area with burned structures is not a place where any of us want to shop. So thanks to Sheila Sweeney, Sheila's right here, and the Port Authority, the St. Louis County Port Authority, $500,000 was approved for the demolition and beautification of the Ferguson impacted area to improve the business climate, provide jobs, and attract customers. We will work with each business to determine their specific situation. We have meetings set up all this week with the three mayors, Delwood, Jennings, and Ferguson, and their staffs to review the demolition process and other requirements. We haven't done this before. This will be a first time. We want to make sure that we get this right. So we'll have those conversations, and that will lead to constructing the RFP with the right components in it. And we plan on accomplishing all of that this week. We'll put the RFP out, a competitively bid process, and then after we get all the information from the contractor and the right information from all the parties, then we'll begin demolishing the buildings. And again, this is something new. So we want to make the biggest impact, and we want to address those that have little insurance first, those that are in dire straits first, and then make the biggest impact we can. It's a big step forward for Ferguson and Delwood and the whole Ferguson impacted area and all of St. Louis County. Thanks very much for inviting me, County Executive, to make this presentation today. And again, we're working very well as a team with your Office of Economic Empowerment.
Thank you, and thank you for
Community
coming.
empowerment. Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate your remarks and all of your efforts and all of your very hard work. I'd like to thank the partnership and all its members. Thank you very much for coming out tonight and giving us this update and letting us know what's going on. And I hope we can do this from time to time, and I just really appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
St. Louis County thanks you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Then I have a little bit more that I'd like to add. I want to talk a little bit about our efforts with the United Way. St. Louis County and the United Way of Greater St. Louis have begun implementation of Phase 2 of the $1 million appropriation to address the needs of those impacted by the recent events in Ferguson. Phase 2 addresses provision of crisis intervention, mental health counseling, and behavioral health services to anyone that meets certain set criteria. 6 mental health agencies were selected to provide services. And tonight, I'm pleased to introduce 3 members of St. Louis County's Office of Community Empowerment. If you could perhaps raise your hands when I call your names. This is a new venture for the county, and I can't tell you how pleased I've been with their work. Since January 1st, the empowerment team has, among other things, met with several of the affected businesses in the Ferguson-Delwood area. They've also met with a number of departments in county government, and that's part of the function of this office, to touch base with any department that can help address the needs of St. Louis County residents. Shagun Babalola is a marketing professional with several years of experience in management and customer service. As a first-generation immigrant from Nigeria, Shagun has a keen interest in issues affecting the immigrant community in St. Louis County, and Shagun is in class tonight and could not be here, so I won't be able to introduce him. But Maddie Moore is here, and she previously worked in the office of Senator McCaskill as deputy director, where she assisted with constituent outreach. Ms. Moore has been very involved in regional community outreach and addressing constituent concerns, and I thank you for all your hard work. Ethel Bindum comes to the Office of Community Empowerment with over 30 years of experience in state government. She served 8 years as the director of the St. Louis region for the Office of Secretary of State. Ms. Bindum also spent 6 years with the Missouri Commission on Human Rights, and I thank you for all of your hard work as well. And thank you for being here tonight, and welcome to the team. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And that will conclude my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. County Executive, I'm the chairman.
You are the chair.
I'm the chairman. You're the county executive. Let's don't forget that. All right, public forum. Tonight, how many?
We have 4 speakers this evening, Mr. Chair.
4 speakers. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes, please, and respect everybody here. We refrain from any profanity. That's probably not a case, but it has happened in the past, so. Whatever.
Okay. First speaker this evening is Greg Porter.
Good evening, council members and County Executive Stinger. My name is Greg Porter, 6 Crookham Court, Florissant, Missouri, 63033, which is in unincorporated North St. Louis County. Once again, I'd like to commend County Council Chair Dolan for your excellent job in policing the 3-minute limitation, and as well as requiring people to register before they speak. I think you're doing a great job in that regard. I just wanted to make a couple of comments about observations that I've noticed in coming to some meetings with regard to a few of the speakers that's spoken. I was going to speak last week, but I got here a few minutes late and wasn't able to register. With regard to the gentleman who spoke a few weeks ago about the mechanical board, that said he wanted to be on the mechanical board, well, he stated that the requirements are 4 years and that he has 2 years. So it seems to be a reasonable person should understand that if you don't have the qualifications, you certainly can't be on the board. Secondly, the gentleman who spoke with regard to County Prosecutor Bob McCullough, saying that he should be removed, he's a sinking ship, or he should resign. First of all, Mr. McCullough is an elected official doing his job, and I think people need to understand, if they don't understand already, that it's not Mr. McCullough and his 2 prosecutors that presided over that case that made the decision. It's the grand jury. The grand jury, as you all know, was in place long before this incident with Mr. Brown, the unfortunate incident. And so, and also the federal government, of course, their investigation reaffirmed the decision of the grand jury here in St. Louis. The third thing I wanted to just mention briefly is another gentleman, I believe it was the same one, mentioned the situation of the education problem in school districts, primarily the North County area. And basically what he said is ethnicities, different ethnicities move into neighborhoods, businesses leave, and white people leave, and that the school districts go down. And basically, I think that the gist of that was that, well, from what I can understand here, is that, first of all, it's not the county the county council's issue to deal with school districts, as it is. The school districts, of course, are autonomous entities, just like fire districts and other types of districts like that. And so I think that the problem here is that the county council doesn't have any jurisdiction over them at all, of course. To me, the root of the problem really goes back to the family. I think that's that people in all these areas, whether it be North County or wherever it may be, need to take accountability for the areas in which they live. And for example, I know that I've lived in North County all of my life. I'm a product of the Hazelwood School District in 1971. And I can tell you that back at that time, that school district.
That's 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Ronald Levy.
Good evening, everyone. I
evening.
prepared some papers on the Chrysler Corporation leaving St. Louis County in 2009. And my big concern is that the assessor assessed the land value in 3 years, from 2006 to 2009, that the land value went up 302%. And that's a big increase. And I'm trying to find out why. I think maybe the county assessor should be before the council to explain why land value went up 300% in 3 years. I'm going to leave this information with you, and I'm going to review the 6 pages next week give you time to review what I'm trying to prove to you what happened in 2009. And I'm all upset about the jobs that were lost, why Chrysler moved out, and I hope I can find some answers, maybe next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next speaker this evening is Tom Sullivan.
Mr. Chairman, I've got several things to mention. First of all, regarding the $725,000 appropriation for the Emergency Communications Commission last week, I think it's bad policy to approve funding when it isn't known for sure what it is to accomplish. When he was campaigning, County Executive Steve Stinger said things would be done differently in county government, but that doesn't seem to be the case. If there are to be forensic audits, as the county executive promised, the Emergency Communication Commission would be a great place to start. It is spending tens of millions of dollars with almost no scrutiny. As far as the Ferguson assistance, the $500,000 for demolition, that's certainly a good step forward. I hope that the distribution of bid requests is made wider than normal. If you recall, with the request for the Pine Lawn Health Center, they only put it on the website and only got two responses. So I think if you send it out to some of the demolition companies, you get better prices and by getting a better response. And listening to Mr. Krim, I still wonder about what's going on with the overall effort in Ferguson. You know, you hear all these different people are involved. We hear the Secretary of State's has some sort of group going. We have Dave Spence has 1,000 jobs. United Way's involved. The county gave $1 million, and that's never really been explained what all that's going to. I just think it would be nice if we had some sort of report as to, you know, where the money is going and what progress is being made. We had a situation where Red's Barbecue basically bailed out of Ferguson, and that made, you know, disappointed a lot of people. I wonder if that was a situation where he could have been persuaded to stay, or maybe he just decided to leave. Also, I hope there will be some kind of mechanism to allow contributions from citizens set up. I've had many people ask me, well, they want to contribute, where do you contribute to? And again, you have all these various organizations. You might recall that after the Ferguson Library got some nationwide publicity, they were staying open while all the turmoil was going on. And they got a ton of support from people around the country. Checks rolled in, books rolled in. I think there's a lot of people who are willing to be generous and would be generous, but they don't quite know how to go about it. On the agenda this evening, item number 6 under other communications, the donation of 3 pallets of dog toys to the health department. I was wondering, is this dog toys or is this toy dogs? Assuming if the toys are given to kids, some of the health centers, but it's not explained. As I said at the beginning of the year, a lot of these things on the agenda, and it's certainly on tonight's agenda, there's a lot of missing information. There's amounts that are missing. There's a lack of explanation as to what's to be done. For example, Bill number 17, accepting $904,417 to the county from HUD. According to the agenda, it's for, quote, housing and supportive services. According to the bill, it's for housing and supportive services for homeless persons.
That's 3 minutes, Mr. Chairman.
So where is this money going? Because I don't need to tell you how to address the homeless has become a hot button issue. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Tom, can I address something real quick? The I Love Ferguson is their, Brian Fletcher operates that, the former mayor of Ferguson, and it's donations, and I think they just did a donation of $100,000 to the local businesses, but it's all private donations. You can go in there and buy T-shirts, you can buy yard signs, stickers, and stuff like that. So he's been on the news, so that is a source of private donations to help the cause, to help the businesses.
One of many.
Well, you asked the question, so I'm just answering. If you already knew the answer, then why ask the question?
Then again, maybe it needs to be made known if people want to make a
Boy,
contribution.
if you knew the answer, then why are you asking the question?
All I'm saying is, if in fact this is a great organization, maybe it needs to be made known. If people want to make a contribution, they can send it to them.
Thank you.
Final speaker this evening is Daryl Johnson.
County Councilor Stinger and to all of you county council members.
Good evening.
Mr. O'Mara is one of your constituents. I am a resident of St. Louis County, unincorporated St. Louis County, 4th District. I want to, well, I had to rearrange some stuff because, first of all, I want to share, I was the one gentleman spoke about concerning Mr. McCullough. Yes, the grand jury is the ones making the decision, but we all know that the grand jury is orchestrated by the prosecuting attorney, okay? That's why one of the assistant prosecutors gave the grand jurors an outdated law concerning, I believe, guilt or capital punishment or something, but it was an outdated law, police review, civilians or something, but it was an outdated law, and they knew it was an outdated law. So that's the only part of that I'm going to refer to. There was other things, I was the one who spoke on the other things he talked about also. The other thing, I want to thank all of these for, Mr. Stinger, for the rebuilding of that area of Ferguson. But I have to say, and I'm just putting this out here, not directed at anyone unless you're the guilty one. I still have trouble with how that section with Ferguson was allowed to burn like it did. I know we had this, there were shots fired, so fire department had to be pulled out, but they never came back. And so I just have a problem with all these National Guards, but they were on what's considered, and we might well understand, that strip is considered Black Ferguson, and then North Florissant is considered White Ferguson, and all the National Guard was over there, okay? Then they came over on the other side of Ferguson to watch burned buildings for whatever reason. So, but good that you are initiating that rebuilding effort. Even though there was renovation plans, there were revitalization plans along that part of West Florissant for 2 years prior, okay? So it all sounds really, really bad. I actually, and I'm running out of time, I have to finish this next time, but we had a press conference on yesterday concerning municipal courts, and I understand that you do have idea to deal with these different municipalities. But just to finish, these municipal courts of St. Louis County, in their racist overtones of putting people in jail for minor traffic offenses, has to stop, okay? Has to stop. And I do welcome your reform. And you might not have a lot to do with the court, but you got a lot to do with the municipalities.
Thank you, sir.
No more speakers, Mr. Chair.
That will conclude the public forum. We will move on to introduction of bills.
Bill number 22, introduced by Council Members Dolan and Dolan for Wassinger, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with J.M. Marshutz Construction Company for the 2014 CRS Infrastructure Improvement Area A and Greenmar Drive Culvert Replacement Project, CR-1533/CR-1514. Mr. Chair, that's all the bills.
Introduction of bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Mara.
Hold, please.
Bill number 8 is held.
Bill number 231, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to hold bill number 231. Bill number 231 is held.
Bill number 3, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
Hold per Councilwoman Colleen Wassinger.
Bill number 3 is held.
Bill number 17, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect bill number 17.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 17 is perfected.
Bill number 18, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect bill number 18.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 18 is perfected.
Bill number 19, introduced by Councilmember O'Mara.
Take it up and move for perfection, bill number 19.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 19 is perfected.
Bill number 20, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect bill number 20. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 20 is perfected.
Bill number 21, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect Bill number 21.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 21 is perfected. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 263, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Please hold.
Bill number 263 is held.
Bill number 9, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 9.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 9, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 9 is finally passed.
Bill number 10, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 10.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 10, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 10 is finally passed.
Bill number 11, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 11.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 11, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 11 is finally passed.
Bill number 12, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 12.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 12, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 12 is finally passed.
Bill number 13, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
I move for passage per Councilwoman Wassinger on Bill 13.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 13, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 13 is finally passed.
Bill number 14, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 14.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 14, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 14 is finally passed.
Bill number 15, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 15.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 15, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 15 is finally passed.
Bill number 16, introduced by Councilmember Harder.
I move for final passage of Bill number 16.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 16, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 16 is finally passed.
Moving on to resolutions, Mr. Chair, we have 3 this evening.
I move for adoption of resolutions 1, 2, and 3. These are ceremonial resolutions.
Second.
And seconded. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on resolutions number 1 through 3, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Resolutions 1, 2, and 3 are adopted.
Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Chair, item number 1, 2nd District.
Please hold.
So ordered.
Item number 2, 6th District.
C, file plans, specifications, and detailed estimate of cost be approved. The acting director of procurement be authorized to advertise for bids pending Federal Highway Administration authorization as requested. A copy of this report be sent to the interested parties.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And moving on to new business, we have 1 prepared order this evening, Mr. Chair.
Move for adoption order number 1.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Order number 1 is adopted.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.